Zhangjiajie already feels like another planet, but Tianmen Mountain somehow takes it even further. Everything here feels dramatic. The scales, the cliffs, the mist, even the journey to the top. We thought this was just going to be another scenic mountain, and then we saw the journey there, with 99 bends carved into the side of a cliff, cable cars disappearing into the clouds, and a cave known as Heaven's Gate. Tianmen Mountain is completely unreal. It feels designed to impress you at every turn. A mountain wrapped in clouds, roads twisting endlessly up the cliffs, and a giant stairway leading straight into the sky. This place genuinely feels unreal. This was our second full day in Zhangjiajie, and after having a slower start, we were about to experience one of the most dramatic landscapes in China. Our morning was pretty relaxed after the chaos of travel and a huge first day exploring the Grand Canyon and Yellow Dragon Caves. We decided not to rush anything. We spent our late morning wandering through Wulingyan and grabbing dumplings and local dishes for lunch before making our way towards Tianmen Mountain. Just took a quick walk to find some lunch. A lot of places are actually closed at lunchtime, but we found this cute little place. We of course got some dumplings, and we got all our sauces. Hello! Hello! Say hi, ni hao. And there's the fried rice. Xie. Thank you. There's something really nice about slow mornings in Zhangjiajie. The town wakes up gradually, little food stalls opening, steam coming off bamboo baskets, and locals eating noodles outside small restaurants. Simple, comforting, and exactly what you want before heading into the mountains. From Wulingyan, we made our way towards Tianmen Mountain scenic area, which sits much closer to Zhangjiajie city itself. The drive already starts hinting at how dramatic the landscape is about to become. You slowly leave behind the quieter mountain town atmosphere and head towards these huge cliffs rising in the distance. And then, suddenly, Tianmen Mountain appears. It doesn't just look tall, it feels massive. The cliffs rise almost vertically out of the ground, disappearing straight into the clouds above. Even from far away, you can already see why this is one of the most famous landmarks in all of Zhangjiajie. One thing I really liked about Tianmen Mountain is that the journey up is part of the experience itself. We took the route up using shuttle buses, cable cars, and escalators, and honestly, every section felt like its own attraction. We did a shuttle bus halfway up the mountain, and then from the shuttle bus it drops us at this halfway site, and you can see the mountain, so beautiful. And we are going to take a express cable car up. So we booked the 7 to 8 o'clock slot, and we are here at 3 p.m. So online it says during busy seasons they're very strict with the slots, but they will alter them if necessary. So we were quite lucky. It's not that busy. It's very pretty. Let's go. 26 people in a gondola. That's a big cable car. Tianmen Mountain cable car is famous for a reason. As the cable car leaves the station, you immediately start gaining height fast. The buildings slowly shrink away and suddenly the entire city feels tiny beneath you. And then the landscape suddenly changes. You move from the busy streets and rooftops into forests, cliffs, and huge mountain valleys. One of the craziest parts is seeing the road below. You can actually look down and watch the famous 99 Bend mountain road twisting back and forth along the cliffs. And from above, the buses look tiny, and the scale of the mountain suddenly becomes very real. The higher we climbed, the more dramatic everything became. Clouds drifting past windows, cliffs appearing through the mist, and entire sections of the mountains disappearing and reappearing around us. It's one of those rides where you spend most of the time just staring out the window in silence. The view constantly changes every few minutes. And honestly, it doesn't feel like transport. It feels like part of the attraction itself. And then we reached one of the most iconic sites, Tianmen Cave, also known as Heaven's Gate. This enormous natural archway carved directly into the mountain honestly looks surreal in person. It's hard to explain the scale until you're standing underneath it. The opening itself is massive, sitting high above the mountain like some kind of gateway in the sky. And the staircase leading up to it somehow makes it feel even more dramatic. The famous stairway has 999 steps leading upwards towards the cave. From below, it almost looks endless. Clouds and mist move through the opening constantly, which makes the whole place feel cinematic. From here, we continued further up using the elevators and escalators built directly into the mountain. So we are taking an escalator up the mountain. Here we go. This is our third escalator. I don't know how many more there are, but our side is pretty empty. And then that is the other side. Way more people are going home now. First escalator. After reaching the top of the famous 990 steps towards Heaven's Gate, you turn around and suddenly the entire landscape opens up behind you. The view from up here is unbelievable. You can see the winding mountain roads far below, twisting through the valley like a ribbon disappearing into the mountains. And standing beneath the giant arch itself, it's hard to describe. The cave is much larger in person than it looks in photos. The cliffs tower above you on both sides and the opening stretches high into the sky. It genuinely feels like an entrance to another world. So we've done a total of 20 minutes of escalators. So I think it was close to 12 escalators up to get to this spot. And this is the view. So basically you're above Heaven's Gate. This entire place is such a mix of nature and engineering. You're surrounded by these ancient cliffs and forests. But then suddenly there are tunnels, glass walkways, and elevators somehow built into the rocks itself. The cliffside parts here are incredible. You're walking across narrow pathways attached directly to the edge of the mountains with huge drops beside you. At certain points, it honestly feels like you're walking above the clouds. It's dramatic, peaceful, and slightly surreal all at the same time. The cliffs here feel sharper and steeper than almost anywhere else we had seen in Zhangjiajie. Some views look crystal clear and endless, while others disappear into the clouds. If you visit Tianmen Mountain, definitely give yourself plenty of time. There's way more to explore here than people expect. The transportation system itself takes time because the mountain is so huge. So honestly, don't rush it. A lot of the best moments here happen when you stop walking for a second and just take in the views. After spending the afternoon up in the mountains, we headed back down to Tianmen for dinner. And after days of local food, noodles, and dumplings, we ended up finding a Western restaurant nearby. And it felt like a perfect reset after such a huge day. There's something really satisfying about sitting down for a relaxed dinner after hours of walking through mountains and viewpoints. We were exhausted, but in the best way possible. And looking back at the mountain lit up at night somehow made the day feel even more surreal. Tianmen Mountain doesn't just feel like a sightseeing spot. It feels like an experience from start to finish. From the winding mountain roads and giant cave archway to cable cars disappearing into the clouds, everything here feels larger than life because this isn't just another viewpoint. It's easily one of the most unforgettable experiences in all of Zhangjiajie.